Right, welcome back. Let's continue with more news. Youth entrepreneurship can drive diversification by fostering the growth of new industries and sectors and reduce the country's vulnerability to economic fluctuations in specific areas. Now, initiatives such as the Youth for Tourism is a collaborative effort which brings employment opportunities to South Africa's youth, simultaneously revitalising the tourism industry at large. The initiative has placed over 650 jobs in the tourism sector and will inject 50 million rand in youth salaries and gigs back into the economy. So Rey-Ann Sedres, Chief Transformation Officer at Sanlam, joins us to chat a little bit further about this. Rey-Ann, good afternoon, and thank you for your time with us here on the SABC.
Thanks, Liesel, and good afternoon to your viewers.
Given the high unemployment stats amongst the youth, in particular in South Africa at this point, perhaps you could talk to the significance of this for the sector, even as we edge closer to the festive season.
Yeah, I think the fact that tourism for this country plays a very big role in economic growth as a country. And obviously with COVID, it was probably one of the sectors that took the biggest hitting or beating, as they would say. And if you look at the unemployment rate within South Africa, I know it's come down more recently this quarter past from about 32 to 31%. But of that unemployment rate, youth occupy at least 4.9 million youth are unemployed in this country. And that should be quite alarming for not just corporates, but as citizens. So it is an area that we really seriously need to focus on as a collective country.
Well, speaking about tourism and how important it is for its growing potential, creating jobs, also incorporating new businesses, even generating foreign currency, contributing to South Africa's GDP growth at this point, I wonder if you could speak to education and skills development, some of the future skill sets that's also needed, and how important it is to empower the youth on those fronts who somewhat become micro-entrepreneurs.
Absolutely. I mean, I think that, and this is why we decided to actually do this program, is that the opportunity of creating not just skilled youth to gain skills within the gig economy, and the gig economy referencing skills that any gig would require. So from photography to videography to content creators, web designers, just to name a few, allows these youth the skills that and I say it's portable skills, it's mobile skills. They're not just needing to find employment within big corporates like ourselves, but they can actually create their own small micro business and offer those services back into the tourism sector. If you think of small businesses within the tourism sector, your B&Bs, the Gogo out in Soweto that's, letting out her home, inviting tourists to come into her house. She might not know how to get out into the media or get out on social media, her facility, and hence this kind of skills with these youth. We can actually allow them to offer that capability to that B&B out there in Soweto, for example.
Which actually speaks to the power of collaboration in tackling the issue and public-private partnerships, because I actually wanted to look at post-COVID, rebuilding the tourism sector, which areas are going to benefit from such initiatives, and if jobs are going to be created or targeted beyond the traditional tourism nodes, including townships, far-reaching areas that might not have the accessibility that larger cities have.
Absolutely. I mean, and I think you can only get that scale if you have, and we call it crowding in. And crowding in is not a new concept. I mean, it's been done to support many other social impact initiatives. And this is not necessarily only a social impact initiative. It's about, yes, skilling up youth, yes, reducing unemployment, and yes, actually, penetrating and ensuring that we drive more feet into the tourism from a tourism perspective. But it allows us the opportunity to also scale and create jobs that is sustainable into the future, and jobs that can actually go into that far-reaching areas. It doesn't have to be only within the bigger cities. We think about youth that we want to target specifically sitting out in the rural South Africa, where they may have amazing opportunity of bringing feet into that particular area that they live in. But if they have the skills and the ability to do that, they're able to showcase that now with technology. They're able to do that from wherever they're sitting. And so in essence, that's the whole idea, is to get to that far-reaching youth sitting in the, somewhere out in the Gramadulas, wanting to find access to this opportunity, and needing to find out how he or she goes about doing that. And you can only do that if you crowd in, you get more people participating, more businesses putting their resources together and actually working towards a single goal.
Yes, and that's obviously about inclusivity. And so as we wrap up this just very quickly, is this a call to action of sorts? And if people want to find out more, how do other partners also come on board and participate? Looking at the youth's potential and the importance of stimulating this sector for South Africa's economy at large.
Definitely a call for action. We've been calling for action since June this year, when we had a bit of a soft launch for the program, and we launched officially on the 24th of October. So we're encouraging anybody that wants to make a change to the landscape, to help this country, get back on track, to drive the economic growth within this country. We're encouraging anyone to come on board and to participate with us. They can actually reach out to us via the Yes for Youth website, or www.youthfortourism.co.za. And we've actually got a website set up. They're welcome to go online, have a look and see what's been happening, how they go about applying, or they can contact us directly.
All right, Rey-Ann, thank you for your time with us on the SABC and for weighing in. Rey-Ann Sedres, Chief Transformation Officer, really just chatting about the youth entrepreneurship initiatives and really how it's going to impact the youth in the tourism as we edge closer to the festive season. Thanks to her for her time.